What is going on, everyone? So in this video we're going to be installing the Spark 4 back paddle kit from ExtremeRate. So this is a new addition to their line. It's a pretty nice kit. I've installed it and played with it for a few times already. I've actually made this review video where you guys could check it out here. But in this video I'm just going to go ahead and install it on this brand new PlayStation 5 controller. First thing we want to do is we want to figure out which generation of the controller it is. So just by looking at the serial number here, I could tell this is a 5th generation because the second digit is a 5. So that's the easiest way to find out which generation of controller you have, because there's also a 010020 version. So for that, you'll need a 020 or 010 controller. This kit here is compatible with 030, 040, and 050. I'm going to fast forward this part, but if you want to know how to open controller, you could check this video out. Once we take the back case off, take off the battery here, we're going to unscrew this here. So once we're here, we're going to take this cable off here and this cable off here, and we're going to take this ribbon cable out here, and we're going to take this ribbon cable out here. So we could take our motherboard, flip it over like this. We're going to take this packet here, and we're going to get this cable that came with the kit, and we're just going to align it and put it right here. So we want to have it looking just like that. So it's in these 2 pins. Now we want to take this little guy, and it's going to go in here. Now we're going to connect this here. Adjust our microphone. We could connect this back here like this. Get these 2 back in here. So now we have it just like that. If you want to be able to program the L3 and R3 buttons, you have to solder this little cable here, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to skip that step, because I usually don't map my back paddles to the L3 and R3. So with this kit, the rumbles usually will not work because they have a clicky hair trigger. So we're going to disconnect the haptic feedback on this controller, unfortunately. Now there is a way to connect this controller with the haptic feedback working. It does take some technical skills in rewiring the controller, but I'm not going to do that. This is just the simple way. It doesn't require any soldering. So just the green and the yellow wires, you could just cut them off and disconnect them. Otherwise, these motors will start working and the controller is going to start making some noise. So we have our battery plate back on the controller. So get the battery, put it back in here like this. You could take off this peel so this sticks here. This will go here like this. Now we're going to install this little ribbon cable right on top. Just put that in like that. Now we can put this aside for now. Okay, now we're going to build our clicky hair trigger mechanism. Yeah, if you install the Rise 4 Max kit, all these steps are identical. I'm going to put that in here, this in here, push it in so it sticks. Should look just like that. And we're going to put it in here. We'll go ahead and install it in the back case. Push it in there just like that. Now here with the screws, now we're going to use these tiny little ones here. We're going to need 6 of them. And it should look just like this. So now let's put the paddles together. We're going to take the K1 and the K3. And the K2 and the K4. Now the back plate has these holes here, so we're just going to kind of line it up so it goes in just like that from the top here to the bottom. And we're going to use 1, 2, 3 screws here. Just make sure that it's nice and tight so it's not loose. This one's a little bit loose. I've installed the previous one and it came loose, so I just want to make sure that here it's nice and tight. That looks pretty good. Nice and sturdy. So now we could put together the controller here. Make sure that these are in. Make sure they're not out because you might break them when you put the controller in. Make sure that these little pads are in. And what we're going to do is, it could be a little bit tricky, but this is the way I do it. You take this cable here, give it a nice bend here, because we're going to be inserting it right here. So this one, I like to bend this here like this. And we're going to open the flap here. And just going to insert it just like that. And once you have it in, you want to close the flap. And make sure that this connection is nice and tight, because if you drop the controller and this connection comes loose, you'll have to reopen and reconnect it. But they do give you this little, it's like a sticker, but what it does is it holds these connections, so make sure you use this and put it right here like this. Okay, so once you have everything there, take this cable, thread it through the hole here. Okay, just make sure right before you close it, all the connections are secure. Once you put the controller up, push it down here, and down there on the bottom. These ones need to be locked in. There you go. So we have this display bracket for the OLED, and we have this double-sided tape. So we're just going to take one of these, place it just like that in the center. And here's your board, PCB board with the OLED display. You want to be careful with this one, because if you push on it too hard, it's going to crack. So you have your motherboard here like this. And just align it in here. It should fit perfectly in. There we go. We want to open the flap on the board and stick the cable right in here. And close that in. Once that's in, we're gonna put this in here. Kind of want to feel how the paddles feel. If they're a little bit loose, you want it tighter. You tighten this board a little bit more. That sounds like a good feel. So we want to take like 1/4 of this double-sided tape, maybe 1/3 of it, like stick it right here. This is where the OLED screen will be, right inside that bracket, just like that. We take the cover bracket now, put that button here. Now almost the last step is to install this. Just try not to make that button come out. It likes to come out. There we go. Just make sure it's good. Now there's the last part here, is this protection case. Just want to get it out of here. And we're almost done. Put this on top, make sure that's clean. Wow, that looks pretty nice. Feels pretty good also. Now we can test these out as well. Before we put the controller together, we could do a self-check just to make sure everything is working. So to do that, we push and hold the setting and the K1 button for like 5 seconds. So now it's testing, it says test okay. So it's all these buttons, it's making sure that it's all working. As we can see on that screen, everything says okay. So the installation is good. Now we could go ahead and put the controller back together. We're just gonna screw these screws here and put the trim back. But guys, if you want to see the review of how to use the controller, all the features, how to map it, make sure you check out this video. I did the full review on this video, and this is just the installation. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and this new kit. And if you guys want to check it out and buy it, make sure you guys check out the link in the description.